Hey, it's Amber. Today I wanted to do my August favorites, and I've got some hair products, some skincare, some makeup, and a few other random things that I'm liking this month. So I'm going to start with hair products. So the first thing I will start with will be shampoo and conditioner. I am a big fan of shampoos and conditioners if you have color-treated hair, especially. Like, I cannot tell you enough that I think they make such a big difference on how your hair color holds. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. So, I am loving the Pureology, and this is Pure Volume Shampoo and the Pure Volume Conditioner. And the reason why I have such a little bottles is because I have it on my back bar, which means it's what I use on my clients, so I just get little bottles and put them in my shower and then I refill them. So, it works out. Okay, then the next thing I'm liking is from the Redken's Heat Styling line, and I really like Redken products. I like pretty much everything Redken, but I've been liking their Heat Protectant line, and I've been using it a lot this month. And the two products from that I've been using is the Satin Wear, and this I like for if you want to wear your hair straighter, smoother, you just want something to protect your hair from heat while you're blow drying, but you don't want something with a lot of hold. You don't want something that's going to dry and get sticky in your hair. This is the one for you. If you want more body in your hair and you want to give fullness to your hair, then I would recommend, and I have this in a huge bottle because I use it so much. It looks huge. The Blown Away Protector Blow Dry Gel. And I like this because it's a really clean filling gel and it's really not sticky, but it gives a nice blow dry and it doesn't feel gummy in the hair after you dry it at all, but it protects your hair from heat as well. So I think we've remembered to do it with a flat iron, but sometimes the blow dryer we forget. So these are two products, depending on your hair type, that are great to protect your hair from heat when you're blow drying. Okay, the next is a hairspray, and this is from Matrix, and this can's so beat up because I've used it so much. This is the Vivim Freezing Spray, and this hairspray has been around forever, so I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it. And the reason why I like it is because it's a really quick drying spray, and it has a light hold as far as it doesn't come out really heavy, but it's really buildable. So if you spray a lot of it, you're going to get a lot more hold. The other thing I like about this is as far as curly hair, like if your hair is curly, and it's kind of like limp or lost its life of the day, you can actually just spritz it into your hair and kind of just scrunch up, and it actually helps make the curl curlier, which sounds weird, but this does it. It's good for naturally curly hair or perm hair, anything. And then otherwise, it's just a great overall hairspray for anybody. Okay, so the next things I'm liking are from skincare. And for a while, I was trying some different face washes, and I was trying to be really good about my skincare routine and wash my face and always put moisturizer on and, you know, use things that are to control acne. And I just felt like my face just was looking worse and worse. And I'm like, what gives? I'm being so good about being diligent and all this stuff and always putting moisturizer on night, which I haven't always done. And I just felt like my face was breaking out so much. And then I just realized that, one, the products I was using were too harsh on my face and they're drying it out. And two, putting moisturizer on right after I just cleansed my face, for me, I know a lot of people like it, it just clogged my pores. And, I mean, it could have been the moisturizer that I was using, but I just find that for me it works better just to go to bed without moisturizer on, which I know sounds weird, but that's what works. Anyway, so I've been using the Derma New, and this is from their microdermabrasion kit because I use their microdermabrasion system, and it's like these little teeny beads, and I like them because they're not big, huge chunks, but they're really good about getting all the dead skin cells off, and it comes with one of those little tools and everything. I don't ever use the tool, I just use it plain. Anyway, so this is the face wash that's from that. So it's for sensitive skin. It's like, I was reading a little pamphlet on it, and it just has like all these things to calm and cool your skin, and it just sounded really good. So I got some of this, and I have loved it. It's so nice that I don't need moisturizer. Like, my face doesn't feel so tight that I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna break. So the next thing I've been liking is I changed my moisturizer. Like I was saying, the other one just wasn't working out good for me. And it was really expensive, so I wanted to love it. So I was like, oh, I must just not be giving it enough time. Anyway, it wasn't very good. This is from Pharmagel, which is a skincare company that's sold in spas and salons. And this might sound weird because I'm really young, I'm only 25, but I like to use anti-aging products because I don't want to cause premature wrinkles, and I just think that alpha hydroxys and things like that, always just keeping your skin fresh, is just going to make you look younger longer. And so this is called the Glyco 8. It's a facial firming complex, and this has alpha hydroxys, antioxidants, and it just basically helps your skin shed faster so you don't get a lot of buildup. So when you use this and exfoliate a lot, it just keeps your skin really nice and fresh. I have a problem with dry skin, and I'll get like buildup, especially through my eyebrows, between my eyes. I'll just get like thick dry skin, and this just helps take it off. But the best thing I love this for is on your neck. Like, I don't know if anybody else ever gets this. Sometimes I almost get like alligator skin on my neck, and it just feels kind of rough. And I'm always scared to put moisturizers on, just because sometimes, like, if you put them on your décolleté, you feel like they'll cause breakouts or anything. But this has been great. It hasn't caused any breakouts. I stick it on my neck all the way down here, and it has been so nice. It makes my neck feel so soft, and I have loved that so much. So even if I don't need to put any on my face, I always put some through my neck, and it just works awesome. And so that's what that is. Okay, so next for makeup, I have been loving a couple products. I went to Sephora, and we just barely got to Sephora where I live. They had like a mini one, but they didn't have a full-blown one, and so kind of went a little crazy buying some products. But anyway, I just bought a lot of things that I'd heard other beauty gurus recommend, or I've heard friends or other stylists recommend, and so one of them was the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I know it's popular, a lot of people have talked about it, and I'm in the color Nude, and I really liked it. Like, I was skeptical because I have a lot of pink in my skin all through here. Like, I just have a lot of redness, and I've always been a full coverage foundation girl. I've never been able to just have a light foundation. I just felt like it would just show through, and so I tried one tinted moisturizer from the drugstore, and it didn't look like anything. It looked like nothing. It looked like lotion. And so I was just always like, oh, whatever. But I just heard people talking about it, and they're like, oh, it gives such good coverage, it's oil-free, and I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. So I went and tried it, and I just tested a little bit, and I was like, oh my gosh, this works so good. Like, this is all I have on my face today. I didn't put powder on or anything. I did use a little bit of concealer under my eyes and on a couple blemishes, but it gets such good coverage, and I don't know. I like this for hot days when I don't want to wear a full face of makeup, or days when I don't care if I have a little bit of a dewy look. I don't really want a full powdered makeup look. This is awesome. I love it. Okay, so when I do wear full foundation, I have a problem with my foundation fading. I've tried a lot of makeup primers, and a lot of them will kind of dry out your skin to help mattify it, so if you have oily skin, then it won't slide down. And when I put that, I'd actually get like flakies on my cheek during the day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not working. So I've tried a lot of those, and they just didn't work. And so I went to Sephora, and I was like, hey, what is your best makeup primer? I'm like, my skin is dry, and my makeup doesn't like slide, it fades. It just slowly starts to go away, like I don't have any on. And she suggested the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. And this is oil-free, and it has an SPF 15. And, I mean, it was expensive. I honestly say I was, like, really kind of hesitating on buying it because this was, like, over $50. And that's a lot to spend on something that goes under your foundation. But I figured, well, if it makes your foundation last longer, then it'll be worth it because you're not applying as much. Plus, she was like, oh, you only have to use half a pump. This bottle lasts you forever, and if I don't like it, I can return it. So I bought some, and I actually kept it for like 2 weeks and didn't even try it, which sounds dumb, but I was like, I'm so scared this isn't going to work, so I just don't even want to face it. But then I finally, you know, started using it, and like seriously, one little pump like goes over your whole face. I put my makeup on, and it was the best makeup primer I've ever used. Like, it was by far worth every penny. And I've been using this the whole month of August. I mean, I've been using my tinted moisturizer, so, you know, on and off. But, I mean, I've literally used, like, that much of it. So I'm sure this bottle will last me, well, for a long time. So I'm loving this. It's the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. And for anybody who has a fading problem, I would totally recommend this. It's worth spending your money on. It's worth saving for. And that's what it looks like. So the next thing is, I'm kind of late on the bandwagon on some of these trendy makeup things, but I guess I'm getting into it now. So I've been using a lot of makeup brushes. We used to sell bedhead makeup where I worked, and Mirabella has makeup brushes, and then there was just some other, kind of generic professional makeup brush sets that I'd used. And I'd never used Sigma brushes, and I'd seen so many beauty gurus using them, and they're just raving about them, and so I was like, okay, I've got to order me some, I've got to try these. And I honestly could say that I love these brushes. Like, I was so pleasantly surprised. And I think the quality of them is really good. I think that they are good styles. Like, they keep up with what makeup artists are using. Like, they're very similar, as you guys probably know, to MAC brushes. And these are from the travel set, so they're just like the little minis, which I like because you can just throw them in your little brush roll or throw them in a little makeup bag and go, and you don't, like, when you're trying to pack a bag and you've got this huge brush and you're like, oh, does it fit? So these are so perfect for little makeup bags and stuff, and this is the blending brush, and this one's probably my favorite one, that's why I wrote it down. But I'm just really loving these brushes. I was pleasantly surprised with the quality of them for the price. Like, I think, like the full-size ones are like $8 to $15, like, not expensive. You're not talking about putting $30 to $40 down per brush for MAC brushes. So totally loving these. Love, love, love. Anyway, if you're interested in getting these, I will put a link in the down bar, whatever it's called, for these brushes. The last thing is this doesn't qualify as an August favorite because I didn't get it in August. I just got it yesterday, but I got the Naked palette. I know this is like such the trendy makeup palette, and I just want to show you. I'm sure you guys have all seen these colors, but look at all of those. Okay, so let me tell you the reason why I bought this. Because first of all, I went to Ulta and I saw it, and I looked at it, but they were closing in like 10 minutes, and I was just looking at a bunch of stuff, and I didn't want it to be an impulse buy. So I looked at it, looked at some of the colors, and I was like, okay, I'll go home, see what I have, and then think about it. So I went home and played with some of the neutrals I had, and I know neutrals are really in for fall, and I'm just a bright color person. Like, I love bright colors, I love the color pink, I wear a lot of bright colored eyeshadows all the time, and so I didn't have a huge neutral collection. So I kind of looked at, if I went to MAC and bought all these palettes of these different colors, that would cost a lot more than just this palette. I think this is $44 cost, and it comes with 2 eyeliners. So if you have a lot of neutral shadows, I would say, might be a little bit more of a spendy purchase to go out and buy this palette just to have it. But I think for me, where I didn't have a lot of neutrals and I was kind of excited about getting into neutrals for fall and trying a lot of looks, that it was worth it. So I liked that this had a combination of satin, shimmer, and matte shadows, because most of my shadows that were neutral were shimmery, which I liked, but when I wanted to do just more of a nude eye, I felt like they were just too shimmery for it. So I liked that this had a combination, and so I'm really excited to try it. And the 24/7 eyeliner, when it says glide on, it glides on. Like, I pushed a little too hard and I was like, whoa, that's really dark. So FYI, if you use the eyeliner, a little bit goes a long way and you don't have to push hard at all. So that's the last of my makeup. Even though this doesn't really qualify as a favorite, I still want to show you guys because I am really excited. I have it on my eyes today, and I'm going to be using it more since she'll be using it. Okay, some other random things that have been my favorite that I've been using this month is Head On, which sounds weird, and I'm not going to do the commercial, but I've been having really bad headaches this month, and this stuff works really good. And I know for some people, they don't want to take medicine, so if you're that kind of person, this just goes on your forehead. The menthol just kind of helps cool and calm, and I just really like it. Okay, the last few things is, one is I had a gemstone party at my house, and I got this really, really cute necklace, and it just has like a little dangly thing on it, and I've just been loving it. It doesn't match what I'm wearing, but I just think it's super cute, and I've just been really liking wearing browns lately, so I'm really excited for this. And the last thing is this perfume. It's DKNY Be Delicious. It smells super good. If you guys haven't tried it, then you should, because it's so good, and I can't explain it, so I won't. But anyway, this is what I've been smelling like this month. These are all my favorites. Hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you later.